I've always had a passion for being around and learning about animals. When I was younger, going to zoos and animal parks was always a part of my life. I wanted to share my passion with family and friends, so I started working with people that loved animals as much as I did, and my YouTube channel was born.
Welcome back to my animal education series. Today I'm at the Treehouse Wildlife Center to do some amazing interviews on hopefully a coyote and a woodpecker. So I'm really excited to do these interviews. I hope you guys are too, and let's just have a great day. Welcome back to my animal education series. Today I'm here with Caitlin at the Treehouse Wildlife Center. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing good. What do we have here behind us?
So this is BeeGee, and BeeGees are permanent resident pileated woodpecker. So these guys are the largest woodpecker in the woodpecker family. A lot of people don't see these guys often because they like to live in hardwood forests. You more so hear them than you do see them, so we are very lucky to have them here in our education center.
How did you get BeeGee here?
So BeeGee came in 2011 with a permanent wing injury. He was actually originally from Wisconsin. These guys have a very broad range in the Midwest. And they had done multiple releases with him at the center that he was at up there. And unfortunately, he just never could figure out the flying. He's kind of got an arthritic issue with his wing, and so he was transferred here, and now he is a resident of our center.
So him being a woodpecker and all, like everyone knows that they go into trees to try to find like bugs and things. So how does that not give them any brain damage or anything like that?
Their beak is so unbelievably strong. I mean, the males here, because he's a male, if you look so close to it, it's just this thick, hard bone, basically. And so they just don't have an issue in the way that we think they would. And you can see them perfectly right now doing what a woodpecker does best, which is looking for those small little carpenter ants and bugs that they can fish out with their tongue.
And what do you feed BeeGee here?
So BeeGee gets kind of an array of different things at our facility. We feed him a special suet that has a bunch of different nutrients and vitamins that he needs to keep himself nice and healthy. We do supplement getting the mealworms and the bugs in that sense. We want to make sure he's getting all the protein that he needs. And then we have people who donate different types of suets and stuff, so he's got some snack suets over on the other side with some seeds and such.
So I'm seeing it kind of stick its tongue into the
Yeah.
log there, so how would that help them?
So their tongue is very long and it's kind of barbed. So what they'll do is they'll kind of peck that hole really fast, and they'll create that divot in there that they can stick their tongue in. Their tongue is very long, and you kind of scoop it up, kind of like an anteater's almost. And those barbs catch those bugs that they're looking for, and that is how they feed. Now we replace this wood all the time in this cage that he's in, because he definitely destroys them as soon as he gets them in here, because a lot of them do carry bugs, and so he gets little snacks through that as well.
And we can see down here that
Yeah.
a ton of destroyed wood.
Yeah, so every day we have to come in here and clean out all the wood that he has flicked out of his enclosure. They are pretty destructive birds, but they're destructive because that is what they're built to do. They are destroying things to find food. That's how they survive in the wild.
What do you do with the wood once they completely destroy it?
So we either toss the wood, though sometimes when we get these bigger stumps in, he makes this artwork out of it, and there's been times where we have auctioned the artwork off or sold it in our gift shop. Some days his stuff is a little bit more elegant and artistic than others, and other days we just, the wood's just destroyed. So we'll just remove all that stuff and then put new ones and then let him go at it again.
How does the coloration help them in the wild?
So the coloration is kind of a way to one-track mates. So birds that are more so colorful, especially your males, are going to use that coloration to attract mates. Now you can see the crest of his head is completely red, and so that's another thing, is a way to kind of show different behavioral aspects of them. So he'll kind of stick it up if he's alert or a little bit nervous. So there are different reasons on why they have that kind of coloration.
What do the females look like?
The females are very similar to the males, but they're not going to have that red coloration on the side of their face. They're going to be a little bit more gray up here, and they're going to be bigger than the males. So he's a male, they can get much bigger than what he is right now.
I think I forgot to ask this, but where can you find these woodpeckers?
So these guys can be found in areas of North America, generally up north and such. Here in Illinois, Wisconsin, areas like that, in hardwood forests, because obviously they need that wood to feed and grow or build their nest and such. So if you got a forest in your backyard, you may have one of these guys.
And what do their nests look like?
So their nests are actually cavities. So cavities are holes in the trees, so they can either be holes that are already there or they'll create the holes themselves. Usually the males build the cavity nest first and the female kind of finishes out, and that's where they'll lay their eggs. And it's nice and hidden in there from anything that can potentially come in and accidentally grab them. So a good way to raise their babies.
What kind of animal would try to attack and possibly hunt a
Well,
woodpecker? Because
it's going to be their eggs and such in that sense. So, you know, when they're having their babies in the cavities, you get things like opossums and raccoons that may go in there and grab eggs out. Bigger birds are going to hunt the birds as well. So you can think of your hawks, your owls and such. Those are your winged predators that could potentially hunt one of these guys.
he's putting on quite a show for us.
Oh yeah, he is definitely the entertainer. In fact, that's where his name BeeGee comes from the BeeGees, from those who are kind of or know that group.
What is your favorite thing about the BeeGee?
So I used to live here as an intern, and I wouldn't say this is my favorite thing, but this is my most memorable thing with him. He's like having a rooster, and if people who have roosters, you know, in the morning they're going to call once the sun rises. He's our rooster because once we open those windows and the sun starts starts coming in, he's going to be calling out, and so he was my wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning every morning while I was here. So I don't know if that was my favorite thing, but it's my most memorable thing with BeeGee, that's for sure.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about BeeGee and his species.
Yeah, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this week's episode, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram, @Coleshirk. As always, I'll see you next week.